welcome back to the channel, guys. TrueFight Gaming here. TrueFight Gaming here, guys. Persona 5 Royal, the councilor, guys. Let's get straight back into it right now, guys. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's not waste any time.
It looks like you're attending school seriously. You also seem pretty close with Takamaki-san if you're both coming to school together. You just transferred here, though. I guess you two really click. I see. You seemed a lot closer than that yesterday morning. I heard she was a victim. Either way, closer inspection should clear everything up. Goodbye.
Alright, guys. Exams start tomorrow. Are you all ready?
Shall we begin?
Now that you're picking off to the period, the end of Heathen period marks the rise of the samurai, which I'm sure you'll all be waiting for. As described in the Tale of the Heik, it was a time when all that was great would fall from grace. It wasn't unusual for the heroes of yesterday to be struck down as rebels of the present day. By the way, sympathizing with the loser of the week is called magistrate's patronage. That term came from Minamoto no Yoshitsune position, and it also became a way of referring all that was. Alright, Kuda-kun.
Do you know the answer?
You know the time period Yoshitsune was active in, don't you? So guys, it's the Heian period. He pretty much says it at the start. And it's pretty easy to find all the answers online if you really want to know all the answers. That's right. He supported his brother Yoshitsune, but despite its contribution in defeating all of that, however, in the centuries that followed, Yoshitsune became more power. Wow, really? Seems kind of smart, doesn't he?
Nice.
Wow, you must be really smart to be able to answer the question. So you get knowledge by answering all the right questions. This is going to be really good because obviously we're starting off with almost nothing. Rather than siding with one who has overpower and power, people went with the other one. It's sort of like rooting for a minor league baseball team instead of a really good one. I can understand that. It's like if I don't root for them, then who will? Alright guys, so let's see who is around. We want to try and get some of the personas and the confidant levels up. So what we're going to go ahead and do is try and talk to whoever it is. If there's a new one, try and get them up at least one level by talking to them once, because we don't know what we're going to have. This is kind of like the new layout. In the first one it had a similar layout, and you can look at your diary, look what happened in the day, look who's around. This is how you're going to find out by using your phone, like who you can talk to. You can save it whenever you kind of like. As long as you're not in the main quest, you'll be able to do that. And you can go to the network, you can kind of look at your studies and look where you can go. You can fast travel to wherever you've been, and you can decide what to do. Alright, let's continue, guys. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and talk to Ryuji. He's going to be one of the main confidants we want to level up towards the end. So if we go onto our phone, you can see there's usually some messages, and they usually want to hang out. By doing this way, by talking through the phone, it's going to give you a much more boost to the confidant, and it's going to raise their level much faster. Especially if you respond straight away and you know the person that you're leveling up, and also if you have the right persona with you, it will also give that an added boost as well. So you can also check your bond by talking to them. That's a really good start, and you know where you're going and which level you want to do. Oh damn it, I want to move better, but I just can't. I was training for nationals back in the day, but now I totally suck balls. What the hell do you think you're doing?
Whoa.
Nakatsuke Takashi. Running, huh? I saw you from the window. What, you gonna try to come crawling back to the track team? Hell no. Speaking of which, this was your secret training spot, wasn't it? Well, it's our spot now. You know us, the former track team. We don't even have a locker room anymore, thanks to someone I know. Let's not fight. We ain't fighting. Yeah, this isn't anything like a fight, not even close. Hold on, aren't you that transfer student? You're really gonna hang around with this loser. You better watch out, he'll hit you the second he gets pissed off. I heard his dad was the same way. Like father, like son, right? Now that's some scary shit. That don't got anything to do with this. Calm down, Ryuji. You're right. Look, back then I don't need to hear your excuses. Everyone was going through the same bullshit with Kamoshida. The beatings, impossible exercises, but we put up with it, all of it, for the track team. But no, you had to go and fuck all of that up. Man, I was stupid for ever thinking you were my teammate. That's all I have to say to you. I'm out of here. I nearly smacked him when he was talking about my dad. I haven't changed at all. But you know, you actually helped me calm down a little. I'm glad you were here with me. Thanks, man. I feel like my bond with Ryuji is growing deeper. Oh yeah! So now we got follow-up, chance to perform a follow-up attack with Joker's attack. Just knock down the enemy. So this is really crucial because it's going to help us level up our skills as well, and a lot of the confidants are going to give you some really cool skills. Now they're just arguing about something else. I should stay out of it. Always nice training with you. Alright guys, so now we're going to carry on with the storyline. There's going to be some new aspects in this one because it's part of the royal version. Yo, it's me. You good to talk? I wanted to thank you again for today. I really owe you one, man. I get pissed off so damn easily. I really got to work on that. I can't exactly blame you. Violence is not the answer. Yeah, that's the best. So we're going to choose one. I can't exactly blame you. There we go. That's a decent answer. Nah, this one's definitely my bad. Besides, I can't cause a scene. Don't want to get you pulled into even more bad shit. I gotta wonder what they were arguing about. But hey, I'm out an outsider. Nothing to do with me. Thanks again anyway. Don't forget to massage your legs before you sleep. Okay? See you later.
You're back.
Alright, let's talk to Kaneshiro. So we can actually read books and brew coffee now. Brewing coffee will actually help you with your SP. This is another way to, at the beginning, you can help yourself through the dungeons, the palaces, and you can help by brewing these coffees. You can save up for your palace runs so that you can basically get through them a lot quicker. This is going to help you a lot more in the long run, generally, because you don't really get time to brew coffee too much. But if you aren't doing the confidant run, then you can definitely spare some time to brew some coffee the first time round. The second time round, you probably won't need to do it as much. Probably towards the end when you get the stronger coffees to brew, once you've got unlocked the better things like the curry. You can make the curry eventually. Sojiro teaches you. Let me have a sip. So basically what Sojiro will tell you, he'll teach you how to be a barista, he'll teach you how to brew coffee, he'll teach you his special curry, and he'll explain and give you some knowledge about the coffee beans. And here it's just telling you Jamaica Blue Mountain. And what these special names are for are the crossword puzzles, and they really do help you with basically reading them all. I'm not too sure, but I would have to find this out, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't count to the reading all the books. I'm pretty sure it's not part of that. One thing to note though, if you're trying to get the trophy for reading all the books, is that you have to include all the ones from the library, and there's several other ones around in different areas that you have to do by reading some of the first books that you find until you get to the new ones, and then eventually you'll unlock certain aspects and different areas by talking to different confidants and people, so you can find and unlock the areas so you can get the other books that are secret, so you can get that trophy. People will treat you differently if you could do that. We should rest now. We have a big day tomorrow. So pretty much when Morgana says we could sleep, it pretty much ends the day. So you have to try and do as much as you can. If it's evening, then you know that you have like one task left. You can only do one more thing. Here the exam is on the wall. You can pretty much get your results. You don't really get a chance to see it, but you'll know if you get the trophy, because you pretty much have to have a set amount of knowledge to get it. It doesn't matter if you get them all right. You won't get it if you haven't got the knowledge, because it will count as the points towards the test. Alright, so what is it about? It's going to have nothing to do with us students. I wish they'd stop dragging us into their mess. Serious looking student. A mandatory assembly during exam week, eh? Morning. So we've got more tests here. Mr. Inui. Now then, let the first day of exams begin. What historic figure inspired the idiom of favouring the magistrate? So we've just gone through this one. It's the Heian period. So we're talking about one of these guys here. It doesn't matter at this point if you get the right answer, but you can still look it up. But it's the one I'm about to choose here. There we go. That sounds about right. Pretty much got all the right answers here. But yeah, if you want to get the right answers and upgrade your knowledge, there's a whole sheet of it online to find all the answers. There's so many that generally, if you want to get it a perfect run, you need to get every single answer right, especially for the confidants. And then you have to get the right one again, which is Minamoto no Yoritomi. This is the next right answer. There we go. And then we're going to go on to the next answer. Here's what it is, but they ended up coming at, and in the end, when they had to pose each other, Yoshitsune committed suicide after being exiled by his brother. But even though he lost, Yoshitsune's the one who went down in history.
Yep.
Ahem.
Let's get started.
Ooh, we can do this. Ooh, we can do this. Okay, class, let's get started. That doesn't look like it'll work. Ooh, we can do this!
Ever since that specific incident, many of you have voiced concerns that I could not bear to ignore. We believe the mental health of our student body is absolutely vital, so we've acquired the services of a therapist. The floor is yours, Doctor.
Isn't he hot?
It's nice to meet you all.
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
My name is... Huh? My name is Takuto Maruki. Thank you for welcoming me to your school. No need to be formal with me, though. I'm just here to counsel anyone who's interested. You can even call me Doc, if that would help you feel more comfortable. Any assistance you need, I'll be... Oh. I guess I'm not really any good for helping with money problems.
Thank you, Dr. Maruki.
Yo. You ever expect this place to actually give a shit about our mental health?
Well, our school's made national news. Maybe they figured they'd look even worse if they didn't do anything for us.
And Dr. what's his name?
Maruki.
Yeah, wasn't that guy just basically clowning it up on stage? You really think he'll do us any good?
Ryuji.
Hey there. Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right? And that must make you.
How do
you know our names?
Well, I was informed before beginning my tenure here. Those that had, previous interactions with Mr. Kamoshida. It must have been especially tough for you after having just transferred here. I can definitely believe that.
So, what do you want with us?
Ah yes, I'd forgotten. I know I already offered my services to the student body earlier, but would you three be interested in counseling?
Nope, not at all.
Huh?
How's that surprising?
You were just a touch more emphatic about it than I'd expected. Ah, but if you come to my office, you can have free snacks. All you can eat. Would be nice, but there's still plenty to be had. So, how about it?
Hey, don't fall for that.
To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students directly involved with Mr. Kamoshida. It's in the school's interests. For its students.
Ah, the school's interest, huh?
I know that asking you to be open with a complete stranger like myself is a lot. Making this mandatory wouldn't do you any good either. Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience. Ooh, I know. If you attend my counseling sessions, I'll teach you different ways to improve your mental acuity. Like ways to hone your concentration before exams, or not getting nervous on dates. How's that sound? There's also snacks.
All right, enough with the snacks. So, which way are you leaning? I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
Yeah.
Really? Then I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office. Feel free to come by whenever it's convenient for you.
Well, we should get going.
Okay, I'll see you later. Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration. Now that we have a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists. One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating. There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state. Sound like somebody you know? Give me a name.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the councilor persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Alright guys, so what happened there is every time you find a confidant, it will go back to one of the other confidants, which is in the future. Is what's happening is this is where Joker is. From the start, he's caught. We go back in the future and we're reliving to find out who the culprit is. And obviously, you don't get too much time to realize that until you've kind of played through it a lot. And basically what happens is Nijima's sister Sayori is basically the FBI agent, and she's interviewing you, and obviously she wants to know all the facts about obviously what's going on. And obviously we found out that we got a new confidant there, is the councilor, which means we're probably going to see quite a lot. Is going to increase our SP. The more SP we have, the better, really. So back to class. We got some more tests to revise for, because obviously we've got our exams coming up, basically just before the term, and then we're going to be having the next palace, but we'll be going on to that very shortly, guys. Yo, you guys gonna go for it? What is the counseling? It's gonna sound like we're being forced to. I don't know if it really that into the idea, you know. Let's do it. Yeah. Probably better not to draw more attention to ourselves anyway. I think I'm gonna try going today. Counseling, eh? Lady Anne's right. Make sure you visit him so you don't draw any attention to yourself, okay? But more importantly, yes, this counselor is going to improve our rate with SP. Basically, he's really good at counseling, so it gives us a better understanding, and it basically helps us talk about stuff, which means we're better in when we're going into the palaces. We're going to be better because we're going to increase that SP, and the SP is really good for using skills and magic. Oh, I'm so glad you're here. Would you like to sit down?
Well, shall we begin?
Shall we get started? Oh, but first, just relax, alright? I'm only here to listen to whatever you wish to talk about.
Yes.
Sure. Alright, I really only have one thing on my mind right now anyway. Yes, I'd say that makes perfect sense. But don't force yourself into talking with me. You could even just grab some snacks and be on your way, if you wanted. Haha. No, it's alright. I know I need to talk to someone about this anyway. That is if you're willing to listen to the super long story. I absolutely am. Take all the time you need. I see, that's such a horrible thing to do to someone. Yes, that's why I wanted to get even with him for Shiho. And at first I thought Kamoshida ought to face the same fate. Shiho was going to put herself through, but later I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shiho's suffering. In fact, it would just give him the easy way out. Is that so, you know? You're quite the wise, level-headed young woman. So Kafumi-san. Huh? I think you got the wrong... No, in fact, I think you're wiser than I was at your age. I wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. It's not like I did anything special, though. If I hadn't gone through my own share of hell, I don't think it'd be I'd be immature either. I see, so what's on your mind now?
Let me think.
Right now, I'm just hoping Shio will get better quickly. We both suffered a lot, but I just want to get back to laughing and having fun together like we used to. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Now there's a healthy outlook. You can't change the past, but you still want to keep your chin up and press on. Onward. Is that the gist of it? Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it's definitely be better if none of this had happened at all, but...
Quite.
I definitely agree with you there. But it's impossible to wipe every tragedy from history.
Yeah.
If only, right? Everyone would be so much happier if we could actually do that. Oh, it seems I lost track of time. We should wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Oh no, thank you. I feel a ton better now that that's all off my chest. Ah, good to hear it. You deserve it. Feel free to stop by again anytime.
Okay, I'm gonna get.
Will do. See you around. Alright guys, so next we're going to use the counselling for ourselves. This is going to help us a lot. So let's do it guys. You're going soon too, right? How'd it go? Well, it honestly wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think you should just go and give it a shot. Dr. Monkey is easier to talk to than you think. Okay, see you tomorrow. Didn't you have a counselling appointment? Nurse's office in the practice.
How are you?
Oh, hello. Are you here for a session as well? That's right. Is that so? Dr. Monkey is a wonderful counsellor. It's actually been seeing him for a while before he ever came to Shujin. Oh, I didn't know you two were acquainted. Don't go over selling me too hard though, Yoshiwatsu-san. I'm really not that great. Well, I need to get going. Please excuse me.
Alright then.
What say we get started? Welcome, thank you for coming. Didn't have much choice. We made a deal. Ah, well, I'll try to make sure it's worth the trouble.
I see.
I see, man. Thank you. I think I've gotten a good grasp of what you're trying to tell. Full disclosure, school gave me a brief rundown of the circumstances surrounding your transfer here. I'm okay, doing okay now. But you weren't before, I take it. Try not to push yourself too hard, okay?
So...
Now that you've told me more about yourself, I think I've realized something. Seems like you're largely being able to reconcile your intel yourself. I should note that's really truly impressive. Even most adults can't do that. How to put it, you know how everyone has an internal reality with themselves, like wanting to model student or wanting to be loved or relied on, a kind of thing. But that idealized reality and the one in actually are often far apart. The gap responds to not everyone can ace their exams and not everyone can do so quite easily. You're already been through so much that kind of suffering is usually enough, but you're standing up to it and confronting a tough reality. Then again, maybe that's a little weird here from someone you just met, huh? Yep. Ah, no beating around the bush. You're a funny guy, Kuodigan.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. Sorry this went on longer than expected. Somehow the conversation just took a life of its own, I guess.
Say.
Hey, I've actually got one last request. Do you mind?
You know,
I'm actually doing certain research along with my duties as a counsellor. It's not quite like counselling, more like a type of psychology treatment. Here we go, guys. This is what I was talking about. We're gonna be able to use the counsellor now. Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts, what they think, how they feel. if I get far enough with it, I think it'll be able to help a lot of people. So what?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I guess my point is, I'd like to ask you if you'll be able to, or we'll have some time to go over it. I've got a lot of snacks. You can have them. They're yours. Well, okay. Really, yes, you're a lightsaber.
Well,
Let's see. I know maybe I could teach you some tips. I happen to know a few things if you're dedicated enough. Okay, I guess that's our second deal. I feel like my bonding with you is growing deeper. There we go. We've got level 2 already. When Joker is inflicted with an element, he may receive immunity. Now that's really good, guys, because that's going to give us the detox ability. We didn't actually have this in the original Persona game, so when they redid the Royal version, I was really impressed by a lot of the stuff they put into it, especially the councilor. He's one of the biggest improvements to it, because the elements, basically, it was really tough to defeat some of the palace bosses if you didn't know you were around the game. That should do it today. Now I'd better do my part to repay. Let's talk later. I'll be off. Thanks for this training, you gain SP. There you go. You always gain SP or some kind of item from him that will help you with elements. This is going to improve along the way. It's really impressive how they've implemented some of these improvements to the game. Have actually enveloped and given us a lot more depth in the characters, especially to Kamihi-shun. You kind of get well in doubt fact that she's kind of like put to the back, the same as Yusuke. After their story, obviously have to go through some of the other characters, and towards the end you kind of have a roundabout feeling that they kind of just get lost in the air. But thanks anyway, guys, for coming back again and again, supporting me. It's really appreciated, and I will catch you in the next one, guys. Really looking forward to all this new stuff that I'm going to be showing you and playing. Really appreciate all the support. Thanks to all the new people. I hope you're really enjoying everything that I'm doing. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit slow. I'm a little bit busy with work, but we will get through it, guys. And I'm out, guys. See you later. You guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.